panicked, man. I'm panicking. Oh, thank you, team. Oh my god. Whoa, all the skills. All the skills. Oh, I had the wrong gun out. The wrong gun. What is my controller doing there? Wow. Still one though.
Not bad, not bad.
Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win.
Run away, you're gonna die. Just run away, run away, run away, run away, you're gonna die.
I guess we'll never know.
J like the letter, I'm making several waves. I know the mission the same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this is a buffet. And if I'm stumbling, I'm in the grave. Never gon' fumble it, I get the bag and I run with it. Gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it. Murray with the legs, all about finesse, I am not impressed. I don't need a rest, coming in with less, then you see the flash. LOG with the melody, and they can supply the bread. 70, keep it heavenly, everybody get the bread.
I'm an OG raw dogger.
I got the bread and I got the juice. I got some dogs and I let them loose. Bring in the storm and this ain't the Zeus. Walk in the skies but this ain't the loop. This ain't the truth. We ain't the same, you ain't have a clue. I'm in the game and untouchable, cause I got the flame and this is the proof. Loading my toad, I still want all the smoke. We ain't talking about jokes, we just talking about more. I see all of my goals and it's looking like gold. I ain't asking for hope cause I know that it's show. Now you seeing me blow. This is premeditated, I've been underrated. That's an understatement, I ain't coming later. The abundance came when I allowed my bosom to the loving greater. He the one who made it, so I'm in my bag. I died way before I ever raise a white flag. Shooting right back, raise the price tag. Chasing down all of these ghosts till I grab. Who could really stop me is what I ask. Homie, you can never get your time back. Only me and my reflection fight back. That's why this beat gon' probably need a nice pack. Just like the 26, I'm finna run with it. I ain't gon' punt, we ain't taking it knee. I keep the starters and we going farther like T.O. and Philly, we throwing it deep. This only possible through all the obstacles. I went ahead and I found me some peace. It's why my reflection is rocking the cheese. J like the letter, I'm making several waves. I know the mission the same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this is buffet. And if I'm stumbling, I'm in the grave. Never gon' fumble it, I get the bag and I run with it. Gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it. Murray with the legs, all about finesse, I am not impressed. I don't need a rest, coming in with less, then you see the flash. Elohim with the melody, and then he supply the bread. 70, keep it heavenly, everybody get the bread.
I got some bread and I got some cheese. I'm not impressed with none of the steeds. Told her myself if it's up to me. Top of the list, I'm running the league, don't run into me. We not the same, the homie compete. I'm in the game, I'm pulling from deep. Lugging a loaf, this is heavily. Another loaf, I've been burning toast. Let them tell it, I done done the most. I'm jumping, hopping, skipping, frogging, ribbon over all these gimmicks like I'm jumping rope. I done phone it gold. Hit me with a light, I got right back to it. Future looking brighter than a diamond jeweler. And the reason why, cause I put God in my music. It's been like this, it's like Sawyer Way. Sauce on everything, bowling A's. I've been legit since the 7th grade. And it's safe to say I control the wave. Control my speed, control my pace. Clean the Jesus, hold the grace. Please believe I've been running this marathon and my faith gon' hold the place. They saying I win again. Hard act to follow and tough pill to swallow. Remind them of sentiment. This gift is a benefit. See I hate it, good sentiment. Ever see me chillin', plotting on millions and counting these bitches? Just know I got them straight from him again.
J like the letter, I'm making several waves. I know the mission the same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this is buffet. And if I'm stumbling, I'm in the grave. Never gon' fumble it, I get the bag and I run with it. Gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it. Murray with the legs, all about finesse, I am not impressed. I don't need a rest, coming in with less, then you see the flags. Elohim with the melody, and then he supply the bread. 70, keep it heavenly, everybody get the bread.
Oh my god!
Hello,
I'm here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Lately, I've been messing around with some really random builds. As I've been playing more and more on my low-level PC account, I wanted to test out some builds that new players could use. You know, make sure that they're easy to make, effective, but still really fun. Honestly, champions, I think this one's ticking all the boxes. Now, quick apologies if this video does seem a little bit rushed. I've been having some major PC issues lately and I've got to send it away for repairs. Also, life has been life and the fam comes first. I am really sorry for the delay on the uploads, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. I also want to take a moment to give a massive shout out to the lads from the clan for helping me test out this build along with all the other random crap that I try and piece together. Without you guys, I'd just be twiddling my thumbs, umming and ahhing in the shooting range, so thanks. Righto, so for today's build, we're going to be checking out my Heartbreaker headshot tank build. It's something that I've been toying with for a long time and I finally managed to piece it all together on my new PC account. I love how tanky this build can be, but it still also has a crazy amount of damage. As you've seen in the gameplay, on PC I'm using the BIGHORN and on Xbox I'm using the Eagle Bearer. Main reason, I don't yet have an EB on my PC account. Obviously the BIGHORN's going to be the one that's going to be able to provide more damage for the build. But on the flip side of the coin, the EB is what's going to be able to unlock those awesome multi-kill sprees that every player looks for, if you play it correctly. Now I'm being straightforward with you, I haven't yet mastered the stacking of the bonus armor before tanking multiple players. And with the current time to kill dynamics, I still get roasted in some situations. But hey, it's a work in progress and I'm keen to keep refining and honing my skills with it. This build's relatively easy to assemble and even with my potato aim, I can manage to make it work. And the best part about it all is it's a whole lot of bloody fun. Righto, so welcome back to all you amazing subscribers, and if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. If everyone can take a second to engage with the video, a like, a share, a comment, it's all going to help with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. Reaching our 200 like goal on this video would be absolutely amazing. And hey, if you do want to support me and the channel just that little bit further, we now have channel memberships. Click the join button below to see all the perks. And if you want to catch me live in action, jump on over and drop a follow on Twitch. The links for all my other socials are in the description below. No way, I fucking domed him. Somebody clip it. Righto champions, with all that out of the way, let's get stuck in and check out this build. We've got no reds, 6 blues, no skill tiers, and we sit just under that 1.9 million in armor. As you can see, this is on my Xbox account. We have optimized the build, but we haven't put any expertise on our weapons. There's 2 main reasons for that. One is I want to show that the build's going to work without expertise on your weapon. The second reason is in conflict, our expertise gets removed along with our SHD watch stats. Again, this is all showing that this is going to work even if you're a new player to the game, as long as you've got most of the build and most of the stats correct. The build's pretty straightforward to put together. We've got 4 pieces of Heartbreaker, we've got the Catharsis Mask, and the Everyday Carrier chest piece. Primary weapon here on my Xbox account is I am using the Eagle Bearer. This is a Dark Hours raid exclusive, but it also has a small chance of dropping in the Dark Zone. It's not a super easy piece to get, but if you put in the time and the effort, you'll be able to get it. And we'll quickly swap screens to my PC account. As you can see, it's the same setup, but I'm using the BIGHORN. The BIGHORN is a legendary content exclusive, however, it also has a small chance of dropping in the Dark Zone. Honestly, the BIGHORN is probably the easier of the 2 to get. My suggestion is do Summit, legendary content, and do one of the boss floors, do it on repeat until it drops. Again, BIGHORN's going to provide more damage on the build, and the EB is going to give you that sustain when you proc tenacity. For our specialization, I've opted to go with Firewall, mainly for that armor kit. This is going to pair very nicely with our chest talent, and I think it's going to give the most survivability out of the build. The other specialization that you could opt for here would be Technician and pop your linked laser pointer on your secondary weapon just to gain that bonus armor and damage very easily. Because this is one of my backup characters, I actually haven't spec'd into this at all, so I'm going with Firewall. First off, we're going to check out the Eagle Bearer, aka the EB. No expertise on this one, but we have re-rolled it to get damage to targets out of cover. The talent on this one is pretty lengthy and there's a couple of parts to it. Eagle Strike's going to increase our accuracy the more we continuously fire. Headshots grants a tenacity buff that lasts for 15 seconds. The The strength of tenacity increases by 1% for body shots and 5% for headshots. With tenacity, we can get between 40 and 80% of the damage taken delayed until the buff expires. All of that delayed damage is reduced for each enemy that you kill while the buff is active. If we go absolute beast mode and we manage to get 3 kills, all of that damage is gone. Not gonna lie, this can be a bit tricky to play, and again, it's something that I'm still getting the hang of. Now on my PC account, like I said, I don't have the EB, so I am using the Bighorn, and this one's not even close to being maxed out. We have re-rolled it to damage the targets out of cover though. Headshots grant plus 4% headshot damage, and this can stack 25 times. Once we're at full stacks, 10 stacks do decay every 4 seconds until all stacks are removed. Landing more headshots delays the decaying of the stacks. As I said, if I had the EB on my PC account, that's what I'd be using, but I don't, so the Bighorn is a great substitute and it's going to give more damage to the build, up to 100% extra headshot damage. For your secondary, you can pretty much use whatever you like. I do prefer the lefty shotgun because it's an automatic shotgun. Each shot does have 8 pellets, and if you're using this correctly, you're going to be able to gain those Heartbreaker stacks really fast. If you were going to be using Technician as your specialization, this is what you would equip your Link laser pointer to make it even easier. So with the gear, we're kind of going to go in reverse order, and we're going to start with our Heartbreaker backpack. We are running 4 pieces, so it's going to give us 15% AR and 15% LMG damage, 15% weapon handling, and the 4-piece bonus is Heartstopper. Headshots apply a pulse for 5 seconds, weapon hits on a pulsed enemy adds a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% weapon damage to pulsed enemies up to a max of 50 stacks. 2 stacks are lost each second. We've got armor here, headshot damage, and a headshot damage mod. Now the backpack talent here, Cold, does increase our total bonus armor gain per stack from Heartstopper from 1% to 2%. All that means is we go from 50% bonus armor all the way up to 100% bonus armor. Obviously, because we're not running anything to pulse them other than our main gun, we need to land our headshots. Our gloves are also Heartbreaker, and these have max armor and max headshot damage. Knee pads are also Heartbreaker, where we have max armor and max headshot damage. And the holster is the 4th piece of Heartbreaker, again, max armor, max headshot damage. It's so easy. I think the thing that makes this so easy is Heartbreaker is always going to drop with an armor core, so then you just swap your secondary attribute to headshot damage. For our chest piece, I do prefer to go with the everyday carrier chest piece. Bellstone's going to give us 1% armor regen. We've got max armor, max regen, and max headshot damage with a nearly max headshot damage mod. Remember, this is one of my characters that I just hoard loot on, so I don't always have the max mods that I need. The chest talent on this one's perfectly efficient. Using an armor kit has a 75% chance of not consuming the armor kit. Specialization armor kit bonuses are increased by 100%. This works amazing with Firewall for those medkit push moments. Now, if the everyday carrier isn't your cup of tea, another great option is going more damage. So I opted for a Habsburg chest piece with armor, headshot damage, weapon handling, and the talent spotter. Because we're landing those headshots and that is pulsing our enemies, this is a great way of getting more damage out of the build without needing to use the Bighorn. I did like this for the extra damage in sort of the 1v1, 1v2 situations, but I do think when you're taking on multiple players, the everyday carrier chest piece for survivability wins. And the last item on the build is our mask that most players might be familiar with. It's the Catharsis. It's got armor, incoming repairs, armor regen, and we've gone with a headshot damage mod. The talent here is Vicious Cycle. Taking damage builds up stacks to cap at 30, each stack grants 1% weapon damage. Taking damage at max stacks triggers a purge, removing all stacks and status effects, and then dropping a healing cloud, which restores 5% of your max armor for 10 seconds to all allies in the cloud. No cap, this definitely does more than 5% healing. This is a great item to use to give you more survivability and more damage on your build. Again, it is one of those items that does take a little bit of time and practice to get the hang of using, but it's definitely worth putting in the effort. Right, so that covers the guns and the build. Now when it comes to the skills, it's going to be player preference. Defender Drone's really good, Seeker Mine's really good, shit, you could even go Riot Foam. It is entirely up to you what you prefer and what you decide to use. I do recommend trying out a bunch of different skills though, and see what works best. Righto then, champions, fine print time. Let's check out our stats. Crit chance, crit damage, dog shit, because we have heavily spec'd into headshot damage. Because our chest piece mod isn't a max roll, this is just sitting under the build's full potential. But honestly, 155% headshot damage is pretty wicked on this. And like I said, on my PC account where I'm using the Bighorn, we get a ton more headshot damage. It's just going to depend what way you want to go. I'm not going to bullshit ya, these weapon stats look absolutely terrible. 10% all weapon damage and 45% AR damage. Remember though, we haven't expertised anything because in conflict, you don't need to. We're also going to be able to get 30% extra weapon damage from Catharsis and a further 50% from Heartbreaker. So once all those stacks do accumulate, this thing has the power. And just to round it off, our defensive stats, there you go, just under 1.9 million. Again, with that 100% bonus armor that we can get over 3.7 million in armor total. Obviously, playing this smart and popping those efficient kits and working your Catharsis clouds is going to give you a ton more survivability. So that's the build, champions, a face tanking beast that will have you standing toe-to-toe, trading, and coming up Millhouse.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Super tanky and crazy damage if you play it correctly. It's really easy to make, and it's also a lot of bloody fun to use. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at this build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. Thanks for tuning in, champions, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, shooting, and giving them hell. And I do hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.